Imagine walking through a beautiful forest or wetland, only to find it overrun by creatures that don't belong there. These invaders are not just a minor inconvenience. They can destroy entire ecosystems and harm the balance of nature. In the USA, certain animal species have the potential to wreak havoc on our environment, and we must take action to control them. Invasive species are animals or plants that are not native to an area and cause harm when introduced. They spread rapidly and outcompete native species for resources like food and habitat. This can lead to the decline or extinction of native species. Let's look at some of the most dangerous invasive species threatening the USA's ecosystem. First on our list is the Burmese python. Originally from Southeast Asia, these large snakes were brought to the USA as exotic pets. When they were released or escaped into the wild, they found a new home in the Florida Everglades. Here, they have no natural predators and plenty of prey, including birds, mammals, and even alligators. The pythons have caused a dramatic decline in native wildlife populations, disrupting the natural balance of the Everglades. Efforts to control their population include organized hunts and tracking programs, but the problem persists. Next, we have the Asian carp, which entered American waters through canals and rivers connecting to the Great Lakes. These fish are incredibly prolific and consume vast amounts of plankton, which native fish rely on for food. This disrupts the food chain and threatens the fishing industry. Preventing their spread into the Great Lakes has become a top priority, with measures such as physical barriers and population control programs in place. Moving on to another significant threat. Let's talk about the European starling. This bird was introduced to North America in the late 19th century and has since spread across the continent. European starlings are highly adaptable and aggressive, often taking over nesting sites of native birds and competing for food. Their large flocks can also damage crops and pose risks to aviation safety. Managing their population involves various strategies, including habitat modification and public awareness campaigns to reduce their spread. The feral swine, also known as wild hogs, present a significant threat to both the environment and agriculture. These animals, originally brought to North America by early explorers and settlers, have now exploded in population. Feral swine root up fields, destroy crops, damage property, and compete with native wildlife for food. They also carry diseases that can spread to livestock and humans. Controlling their numbers involves hunting, trapping, and sterilization programs, but their adaptability and high reproductive rate make this a challenging task. Early detection and rapid response are key to preventing the establishment and spread of these harmful species. Monitoring programs help identify new threats, while regulations and preventive measures aim to stop invasive species from entering the country in the first place. Public education is also essential. When people understand the risks and know how to prevent the spread of invasive species, they can become part of the solution. In summary, the threat posed by invasive species like the Burmese python, Asian carp, European starling, zebra mussel, and feral swine is significant. They disrupt ecosystems, harm native species, and cause economic damage. By understanding these threats and supporting control measures, we can help safeguard our environment. Protecting the natural balance of our ecosystems is essential for the health of our planet and the well-being of future generations.